All right, writer's workshop. You should have a page like this. We are starting a new unit in reading. Today we're starting our unit number 2. All of the stories in this unit are going to have a problem to solve. The problem solver. Do I have somebody who will read me the first line of the problem solver? Aubrey, I don't need you to do that. I need you to be on the page in your reading book. Can somebody read the first part of the poem, the first paragraph of the poem? Or sentence. I guess it's one sentence, but it's 4 lines. Bentley?
If you have a problem, supersized or small, I've got some suggestions. Just give me a call.
Who wants to read the next section of the poem? Johnny?
Do a lot of reading, study every step, write down some
Solutions.
think before you act.
Next section of the poem. Third section, Jack?
If the problem is too hard, ask a friend or two. Teamwork's always better when there's work to do.
And the last section of the poem. Johnny?
Problems always pop up. Do not scream or cry. You'll find a solution if you only try.
So all the stories will relate to problem solving in this section. This is a song. We're not dancing. This is called a folk song. What was that song about?
Dingle dangle ding dong ding ding. About Betsy and her family going on camping.
They were camping? Why were they camping?
Because they were traveling west and
They
they
were
didn't have a place to stay.
they were traveling west. Yep, I got that from the song. What were they going west for? Can you visualize them traveling west with their, maybe you visualize a big, let's see,
I visualized a big hill. Same. And then
with some, I'm really bad at drawer.
visualized water, the sand pit. Yeah, same. What is that?
Really bad oxen. You visualize their oxen pulling them on their wagon.
Yes. Oh, man. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. I know. Oh, yeah, now I know.
They were traveling west during the, if you listen to that last verse, and soon they were rolling in nuggets of gold.
They found nuggets of gold.
They were going west for the gold rush. So this is a song about going west for the gold rush.
Show, Gold Rush. Yeah, they mined gold. And
Yeah.
once they had 3,
But this was,
I've seen that before. I found a discovery. That channel. I don't know who told him. Click on YouTube and go on YouTube. Or you can Gold Rush. You guys have Hulu? Yes. I go on Hulu and type in. Hulu? Yeah. I have then go on. We dish. And you can just type in the number, then we watch it. It's 182.
okay, so you should be on this page.
Go on Hulu and type in.
Do you have a page that looks like this? Turn the page of your book.
Type in Gold Rush.
Does yours look like this? Working together. This week we're going to talk about cooperation, it says. Why is working together a good way to solve a problem? You look at that picture, what are they doing working together there? They're picking up trash together. And it'll get done, what, faster if they work together, right?
A good way to solve a problem. Tammy has a problem. The park in her town is not safe. The play equipment is old and there is trash on the ground. She is asking members of her town's council to help. Together they make a plan. The first step is cleaning up the park. These kids want to help make the park nice again too. The town council provided new safe play equipment. These children have a fun, safe place to play now because everyone worked together to solve a problem.
That's fun. I want to go to that part.
Same.
Same. I love rock climbing walls. Rock climbing walls? Yeah.
So,
Easy.
if cooperation is our big overall theme, what were some things from that little video that we just watched that support that? What did you see?
They had to clean up the park.
Chloe,
Making a plan.
they made a plan together? What else did you see in that little video that shows cooperation? Jacob?
Helping each other.
Helping each other? Bentley?
Working together.
They were working together. Johnny?
They cleaned up the park.
Cleaned up to the park together. What happened after the kids cleaned up the park? Johnny?
They got new equipment.
They got new equipment.
And then they
Yep.
added
So that was part of the plan. So it was a whole big project working together. Listen to this passage about a field of stones.
A field full of stones. Once there was a farmer who had 3 sons, Luis, Eduardo, and Raul. The 3 boys were smart, but because they were small in size, they were not very strong. Their father wanted to help them grow strong. He thought the best way to do this was by giving them a difficult job to do. He took the boys to a large field that was littered with heavy stones. I wish to plant corn in this field, he said, but it must first be cleared of all stones. He divided the field into 3 sections and assigned 1 son to each. At the end of the day, I will return and see what progress you have made. The 3 boys began trying to move a stone from their assigned area. They pushed and shoved. My stone has moved no more than a foot, cried Luis. I've only managed to move my stone an inch, said Eduardo. Well, my stone has not moved at all, said Raul. Not even an inch? Asked Eduardo. Surely we can help you move it an inch. Eduardo and Luis went to Raul, and the 3 of them began to push the stone. To their surprise, it moved easily. They pushed the stone completely off the field. They worked together to push another stone off the field, then another and another. Soon the entire field was cleared of stones. At the end of the day, their father returned. He was surprised to see that the field had been cleared. I am proud of you, he cried. Do you see what strength can accomplish? What have you learned from today's lesson on strength? That's easy, Papa, Raul replied. We have learned that the strength of 3 is greater than the strength of 1.
So what did they do? They cooperated together. Chase? Yeah. So how did they solve their problem? Jack? They worked together. Would they have been able to clear the field of stones? Nope, they would not have been able to clear the field unless they together. Did you predict they were going to be able to clear this field? No, you didn't think so? Maria made an attempt to run a mile. What does that mean? If she made an attempt to run the mile. Jacob? She tried, yes. How about the penguin looked awkward and clumsy? Chloe? Weird? Yep. Clumsy is not graceful. All right, how about the next one? I clean the floor faster with Becky's cooperation. They're working together to do something. Jim and his grandfather
Created. When something is created, it is made or built.
They created a birdhouse out of wood.
Oh, we did it.
Created. How about this one?
Furiously. When you act furiously, you act in a way that shows you are very angry.
So this rattlesnake is shaking its tail furiously. Interfere. The rain is going to interfere with our ball game. Did you guys have rain interfere with a soccer game, or you guys played through it?
I played.
Will the snow interfere with combining?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna knock it off.
Involved. Our class is involved in the school play. That means they're all working together on it. They're taking part in it. They're involved. Timid. Oops.
When a person is timid, he or she is shy and not brave.
All right. Those are our vocab words this week. I don't think we normally read this today. That's tomorrow's. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me check. Nope, we're gonna do that tomorrow. Actually, no, we have time. All right. Now we're gonna listen to it. So follow along to the story. Page 102. Yes, you do. Page 102. Anazi learns a lesson. Why is working together to solve a good way to solve a problem? Let's read how Turtle works with his friend to solve his problem. Oh, I just read that. We don't read that. We'll start here.
Anansi the spider lived alone and made his lunch the same time each day. One afternoon, Turtle stopped by. I hate to get in the way and interfere with your meal, but those bananas look wonderful, said Turtle. I am so hungry. Anansi knew he should share with others. It was a big part of his culture, but he was hungry and didn't want to share. He decided to play a trick on Turtle. Please help yourself, Anansi said with a sly grin.
What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think?
He's gonna eat him.
What do you think he's gonna share them? You think?
No, then Turtle's gonna get his own food. And then the spider's gonna ask for food and the turtle's gonna give him food.
You think so? Let's find out.
Turtle reached for the food. Shouldn't you wash your hands? Asked Anansi. Oh, yes, Turtle said. When Turtle returned, Anansi had eaten half of the bananas. I didn't want the bananas to spoil, said Anansi. Turtle got closer and made another attempt to eat. Anansi stopped him again. Turtle, please go wash your hands, he said. Turtle knew his hands were clean, but Anansi still thought they were filthy. However, Turtle was too shy and timid to say no. When he returned, Anansi had eaten the rest of the fruit. Ha ha, I tricked you, Turtle, said Anansi. You didn't get any bananas.
Not very nice. What do you think's gonna happen next?
Baby Down syndrome.
Nope.
Turtle was angry at Anansi. He decided to teach that nasty spider a lesson. Please come to my house at the bottom of the lake for dinner tomorrow, said Turtle. Anansi quickly said yes. He loves free food. Turtle couldn't trick Anansi alone, so he decided to ask Fish to get involved and help make a plan. Turtle found Fish at the lake. Fish, I need your help, he said. With your cooperation, we can trick Anansi. Anansi had tricked Fish many times, so Fish was happy to help. Together, the two friends created a clever plan.
So what do you think their plan is gonna be? Any predictions? They're gonna tease him about food?
The next day, Anansi went to the lake. Fish measured at the water's edge. Come, Anansi, said Fish. We will swim to Turtle's house together. Anansi jumped into the water. He was a clumsy and awkward swimmer. He was also very light. How will I ever get down to Turtle's house? He cried. Fish knew what to say. Grab some heavy stones. Then you will sink, not float. Anansi picked up two big stones, jumped into the lake, and sank down. Down, down. Fish swam at his side. At Turtle's house, Anansi saw a wonderful feast of berries.
Do you think he's going to be able to eat the berries? Why not? Why do you think he won't be able to eat the berries?
He won't be able to get down.
Because he's sunk down, but he has got rocks in his hands, doesn't he, right now?
No, he dropped the rock.
Welcome, Anansi, said Turtle. Drop those stones and help yourself.
Oh.
As soon as Anansi dropped the stones, he rocketed to the surface of the lake. Anansi sputtered furiously. Fish and turtle tricked me, he cried angrily. Back at the bottom of the lake, turtle and fish laughed and laughed. We worked together and taught Anansi a lesson, said Turtle. What a good way to solve a problem, said Fish. Let's eat.
So did they teach Anansi a lesson, how it wasn't nice to share? How did they work together? What did they do? Yep. Have you ever solved a problem with a friend?
No.
Made it easier to work together?
No. Wait, yes. My cousins came over to my house, and then we made a Braille rock. I couldn't figure it out, so my cousins helped me. And because Braille rock was like this,
So this week we're going to talk about predictions. When you make a prediction, you read on to see if it was right, and you can change it if it's not right. So early on in the story, we heard somebody predicted that Anansi would like to eat bananas. How they predicted that was because Anansi was hungry and decided he didn't want to share. He decided to play on a trick on Turtle. So they predicted that Anansi would eat the bananas. Did that prediction turn out to be true? Did you guys predict that Anansi was going to eat berries? Who thought Anansi was going to be able to have some berries? Who thought he was not going to be able to have some berries? How did you know that was true? What evidence was in the story? Jack? Yes. So the theme of the story would have been working together. If we were looking for details, what details could we have that would support working together? What happened? Who worked together in the story? Who created a plan to get back at Anansi? Fish and Turtle? Fish and Turtle created a plan? All right. The style of story that Anansi was called a folk tale. A folk tale is a short story that has a lesson or a message usually. It's also a cultural story, something that's passed on. There are a ton of Anansi the spider stories from the African culture. Okay. All right, we're going to stop there today. We will come back into this later. You can do page 51 in your turn book is vocabulary. When you're done with page 51, you can work on your spelling unit. Page 51 today is the one you have to complete today. It's vocabulary. Page 51 in your workbook. You probably want